Ellis driving baseline. What a dive!
Wickham, how sweet was that? Step back three,
Wow.
Taylor George. She's got a flamethrower at the moment.
Shelley with a big triple.
It was acrobatic, it was impressive, it was Steph Talbot.
Jade Melvin, the lefty lay-in. Capitals continue to roll. Perth have been unconscious from three. Alice Koenig connects.
She's pumped up, and so she should be. Welcome to the new and improved HBF Stadium in WA, where the Perth Lynx are hosting a WNBL blockbuster for the first time, with Geelong United also making their first trip out west. Will Christmas come early for the second place Lynx? They could go into the break with 3 straight wins. Or will it be a very Merry Christmas for Geelong United? A new stadium and new opposition brings exciting opportunities for Chris Lucas's team. Julia Montesano and Todd Morris joining you for an unmissable Christmas clash. Todd, welcome to you.
Thank you, Julia. What a pleasure it is to be here. Christmas Eve, and the Christmas vibes are high.
Absolutely, we're expecting a festive clash over in the West. And you can see Alex Sharp, one of the newbies, on screen. She's been injected into the Geelong United lineup tonight. We'll hopefully see her take to the floor. But before we get into the game, let's take a look at what has been a manic round 8, Todd. We've had some massive results.
Crazy results. And it's what we've come to expect from the WNBL. Just upsets galore.
Absolutely. Bendigo we saw going down to Perth on Thursday night and then dropping another game against Southside. So it's really closed the gap between first and second.
Which was absolutely crazy, but Southside are such a good team. They've just struggled to get it together at times, but their best is really good basketball. So not a huge surprise in the end, winning that one 98-88. Such a great result, but I'm loving Adelaide at the moment. They're just on a roll.
Absolutely. Scott Ninner's doing great things down in South Australia. And of course, this is the last game of round 8. And then it gets even crazier in round 9. The fun just continues, and it starts on Friday night with Adelaide up against Bendigo, the two teams we just chatted about.
Yeah, wow, that's set to be a great clash. Momentum's a dangerous thing, and if Adelaide can get things rolling, all of a sudden they can take advantage of Bendigo. Adelaide's kind of the team you don't want to play at the moment.
Absolutely, and we've got the Perth Lynx going up against the Caps. That's their next game, and Townsville, haven't they got on the roll, and they've really got their season together. They've got 2 big clashes coming up in that round 8 as well, both at home. They would love that.
And again, yeah, and a tough road trip for Geelong as well. They're here tonight, obviously. They do get a little bit of a break. They had 3 games in 6 days on the back of this one, but now they've got to go to Townsville. Perth to Townsville back-to-back. That's a tough road trip.
Well, let's get into tonight's teams, because it is all about the Perth Lynx and Geelong United. And of course, Perth Lynx looking to finish off a big week where they ended Bendigo's 9-game winning streak on Thursday night. And more importantly for Ryan Petrick, they've closed the gap between first and second as well, Todd, as you mentioned.
Yeah, that's handy for them. To get that one back against Bendigo gives them the confidence as well that not only can they beat a good team, that they could probably take it out and go all the way in the WNBL. So it was such a win that really brought them together. And you can see at the end of the game, it was just faces of relief that they're able to get over a team that is touted to be the best at the moment.
And one player who dominated in the Lynx's 3-point victory over the Spirit was Ali Wilson, and you can see there she put up 20 points, 5 rebounds and 2 assists against her old team, mind you, and she's been such a great addition to this Lynx lineup, Todd. Plays exactly how Ryan Petrick sort of likes to play.
You're exactly right. Exactly how Ryan Petrick likes to play. She's the absolute metronome for this team. When it's time to go quick, she's dominating it. She wants it to go quick. When it's time to slow up, she's the floor general as well, doing a great job. A statistic that wasn't shown on the graphic there was turnovers. Not only did she get 20 points for the game, 0 turnovers. Did not turn the ball over once. Exactly what you want from your point guard.
She'll be looking to back that up tonight, that's for sure. And as we cross over to Geelong, and Todd, they're coming off a 7-point loss to Sydney in round 7, but they have been playing some promising basketball this season.
They certainly have. They've been able to get it together at times. Their good basketball is really good, but then they let themselves down. They're in and out of games sometimes. However, it was a tough week for them. They had the 3 games back-to-back, which was really tough, and they only went down narrowly against Sydney. Chris Lucas was saying it wasn't because they had 3 games, but I reckon it had a bit to do with it.
Well, Hayley Jones has been pivotal to Geelong's success. She's coming off 16 points, 3 assists and 3 rebounds against the Flame, and Todd, it makes such a huge difference to a new team when it imports firing.
Yeah, it certainly does. She's playing such a role for this Geelong team, a real natural scorer at the moment. She's had only 3 games where she's been in single digits, but coming off 16 points against Sydney, 27 against the Southside Flyers. I'm expecting big things from her tonight.
So the referees tonight, Travis Stewart, Craig Copes and Kathy Hay. And the starting 5 for the Lynx, the same as last game. So it'll be Wilson, Sowa, Maley, Gorman and Amihia. And Geelong coming into the starting lineup, Shelley and Brett, and coming out is unfortunately Monique Conti due to injury, so that's unfortunate news for her. And an easy basket straight up from Ilasoa, but the travel call, so not quite the start that the Lynx would have wanted, but geez, they're fast when they get going.
They're quick too, and Monique Conti being out tonight is going to be tough. But you don't want to go in a track meet against Perth. They're going to beat you in the running game, so they're really going to slow it down and junk it up tonight.
So Potter, the other one that comes out of the starting 5 for United, and then they've also got Alex Sharp sitting there on the bench, the number 3 for tonight. Of course, Geelong in the white and Perth in that Santa-coloured red. So they're getting into the festive spirit. And Christmas Eve hoops, the Signet WNBL. Thanks so much for joining us at HBF Stadium. How good is it looking? Monday night hoops. Letitia Amihia is looking to continue her good form. She's been a real barometer for this Perth team. Both imports from both teams are having fantastic seasons, so it's going to be a great battle. Let's see if Froling can get the scoring started for Geelong. Gets blocked by Amihia. Was able to keep it in, and Maylee can get going for Perth. Great crowd in the house. They're bringing the energy, trying to will their team to the first score. Not to be for Soa.
Great offensive set here for Geelong. Got it to Froling down low, but great defence from me here. Just getting that one out of there. She's such a strong defender.
And Soa, great active hands, gets it to Maylee, and there's the first points of the night.
And in Perth style as well, transition basketball, it's what they're all about.
Gorman playing right up on Jones. Jones eventually gets rid of her. And Soa again, she's proving to be a handful early on in this game. Heaps of bodies hit the deck. And after all that back and forth, it's Perth with a 2-point lead.
Yeah, some good signs of defence from both teams. Good hustle early in this game. This game's certainly up for grabs. Geelong really need to prove themselves tonight. Their form has been inconsistent. And Perth, they want to continue their winning ways. 2nd
versus 5th tonight. Geelong, as you mentioned, coming off that loss against Sydney. By 7 points. Last played on Saturday night, so it's been a while since they've been on the floor. Chomping at the bit to get their first bucket. Brett just chucks it up. Wasn't to be. Wilson coming off a super dominant game against Bendigo, the 20 points, as we touched on in the pre-game. Gets it to Amihia, up against Hank. It was good D by Hank, just stood tall, affected the shot. See if Geelong could get their offense going. Shelley, a great opportunity for her in the starting lineup tonight. Froling from the elbow, that looks good.
You know that Froling can shoot. You've got to get a defensive option out to her quickly. She'll nail those all night.
She's been quite inspirational as their captain, Keely Froling, but so too is Ellie Wilson for the Perth Lynx, and she's firing up for tonight.
Luby Punks on back-to-back games, 20 points in the last outing and getting some nice action early.
Froling kicks it out to Shelley from the corner. Great boards, Amihia. Off to Wilson. Likes the look of it. Can't knock it down. So Froling will bring the ball down for Geelong. Brett's been touted as the Breakout Player of the Year nominee. Amongst a host of others, it's going to be really hard to pick many of the WNBL awards at this stage. MVP is open. There's lots of different indicators at the moment.
Yeah, so tough. And on any given night, anyone can stand up, really. This is what we love about this league.
So Brett to Hank. Rolling around Amihia and banks it in. She's been a quiet achiever, Hannah Hank. scores level, 4 points apiece. Just over 6 minutes left in the first period. We're going to have Sarah Ellsworthy come on for Geelong for her first minutes of the night. Jazz Shelley will take a seat. So Chris Lucas moving the magnets early. Me here. Hank pulls it down for Geelong. Ellsworthy, Froling. Bailey. Watch her for rebounds tonight. Heavy contest under the rim. Brett hit the deck. Solwa's been playing with some real defensive intent to start off this game. We saw a few steals early on and then just got caught up there with Alicia Brett.
So Atwell on the floor for the first time. Gorman will sit.
See how Amy Atwell goes tonight. Hank stepping around Sowa. And me here, another rebound. Looking good early. Atwell launches a deep three early. Doesn't quite go in. Really willing some threes from Amy Atwell. Hasn't quite clicked by her lofty standards, but you sense a big game's coming. It's very hard to sit out at the start of a season with injury. As Mihir drives and gets fouled.
Yeah, and the lengthy period that she was out makes it tough. You're right. She's got to find some form. And I think once she does, Amy Atwell's set to be dangerous. It's great to see her backing herself in with that first possession going for the shot. And Amihir is just going from strength to strength at the moment. I'm really loving her aggressiveness to the basket as well. But already tonight, we see her on the defensive end. They played really well. She got into foul trouble early in a couple of her games. But tonight, I think she's just learning the defensive tactics of the WNBL, just staying off her opponent, just making it tough and using her athleticism. It's been a great night already for Amihir.
Stay powered with Signet, Australia's favourite power bank brand. Keep your devices charged and never miss a moment. Visit signet.com to find your perfect power bank. So Mihir gets the first one to go. Ranking 6th in the league for points per game with 15.5. It's been a really nice, say start to the season when it's round 8, I don't know, but it's been a really good season for her so far. See Alex Sharp entering the floor for the first time. Of course, coming off a stint in Spain. She's very familiar with this league, Alex Sharp, her 5th season. She's played obviously with the Lynx for 3 of those seasons and then another season there with the Caps. Betty Watson, breakout player of the year. Very exciting to see her back on Australian shores.
You guys are at 50%.
Rolling at the line, hits the first.
Shake those big heads.
Chris Lucas patrolling the sidelines in his 18th season. Six points apiece. Amihir shows and goes.
Beautiful aggressive take, great athleticism and good points. And they get it back here.
Atwell will go for another three, and this time she lands it. The first of the game, and the first for Amy Atwell.
Brilliant defense, turned into offense, and Amy Atwell, if she gets hot, this Geelong team could be in trouble.
It often goes underrated just how good Perth's defense is. We talk about their offense all the time, the run and gun octane offense and the shooting of the threes almost every set, but their defense is just as good.
It certainly is, Julia, and that offense doesn't happen by fluke. It happens out of the strong defense. They cover the passing lane so well. Like we saw that inbound there. They cover the passing lane. They're able to get it straight back and a big triple. Like that offense was created from good defense.
Sharp gives it straight to Chabatoni. Maley now. Wants to feed her again. The Lynx will have another go at it. Alex Sharp just getting acquainted with her new teammates, perhaps. The errant pass. Atwell needs to get to work on Potter. Potter with the active hands, and she can get going. No one ahead of her, and bakes it in. Talk about impact off the bench. She's so versatile, Gemma Potter. She's started some games, come off the bench in other games, managed to make her impact felt. Here she is again. This time feeds Ellsworthy, who feeds Jones. Steps into a triple.
Well, great couple of offensive sets for Geelong. All of a sudden, the game's back on their terms at 11 apiece.
See Clint Choicart out on the floor for Perth. Kalgoorlie Jr. Great feed to Wilson. Just has to rope it back in and does so beautifully.
This makes Wilson so tough to guard. Has a little bit of extra height, can play down low. They isolated well for her there, and she was able to score underneath the hoop.
Here she is again, Ellie Wilson. Clint Choicart. Maley has a look. Just rims out. Great boards, Clint Choicart.
Yeah, very strong. Their second chance points have been a real facet of their game as well, Perth. They're able to finish on that occasion.
Jones with it. Potter. Kicks it out to Ellsworthy. This time it's Geelong with the good offensive rebounding. Jones tries to bash her way through. Gets the foul call.
Looks like Jones is in a little bit of a rhythm tonight as well. We saw that big three bomb earlier, and this great drive. That just shows confidence to be able to just split the middle with Hoykart and Maley. And a bit of swagger too after that one went in, and why not?
Hayley Jones at the line. Make sure you're following all the live stats of today's game in the free WNBL app. You can also check out game highlights, team and player info, and more. Download it from the App Store today. So Hayley Jones able to convert the three-point play. Spoke about her impact pre-game, and here she is again. Raber on the floor for the first time tonight. Shelley. Wilson able to feed Maley, who's able to feed Atwell. Has a few options around her. Gets it back. Driving on Sharp. Just falls short. Maley's there, of course she is.
Great work by Maley to put it back. Atwell with a steal already.
Been so many active hands this game. Geelong can breathe a sigh of relief in that play. And again, it gets stolen. Morrell this time. Atwell in the corner. Oh, money! Amy Atwell with a chance for a 4-point play.
Well, I think it might be Amy Atwell's night tonight. That was a great one, wearing the contact and finishing it well, but what I was most impressed with was the one that she didn't score. She went the up fake and then drove to the basket aggressively. Coming off the injury that she has, that sort of confidence is a danger sign for Geelong. That means she's starting to get really comfortable with her preparation, her rehabilitation, and where she's at. I think she might be on tonight.
Good timeout called by Chris Lucas there, 20-14. Geelong were matching them there for a bit, and then just a few little runs, a few good active hands in there in the end. Just giving Perth an early lead.
Yeah, certainly, and it's come from their defensive pressure. We've seen that a couple of times that just pressed up straight away from the inbound, and that's twice now they've got that a steal on the inbounds pass, and it's resulted in points for them. It's working really well.
Ominous signs for Chris Lucas's team as well. Amy Atwell leading all scorers at the moment with 6 points. Hayley Jones also on the 6. And then we've got a host of players on the 4. Wilson, Mihia, Maley, Froling. So all the big names getting involved early as you expect. But we are pretty excited about Amy Atwell considering some of the shots she's already put up tonight. That one in the corner just before that timeout. Brilliant. She's at the line for a potential 4-point play. As we know, she got picked up in the WNBA. She's a bronze medalist in the Asia Cup for Australia. Of course, as part of the bronze winning team at the Olympics. Late call up in that team. Ended up making her presence felt. She's doing the same on the floor tonight. Amy Atwell. Really suits this Perth team. Ellsworthy for Geelong. How do they respond out of the timeout? Potter with a three of her own.
It was interesting, they went 2-3 zone coming out of the timeout. They picked them up at half and then retreated into the 2-3 zone. Geelong were able to navigate their way through it. It wasn't a convincing shot, but they got their way through.
This time it doesn't quite work for Atwell. But a good player to look to for Geelong in Gemma Potter. She's quite lethal from three-point range as well as Amy Atwell is. Go shot for shot tonight. Ellsworthy with a strong drive.
We saw more of that 2-3 zone again. Geelong broke that one down easily. I can imagine they probably put that away in the kit bag for a little while.
Just looking like they'll try it until the end of the first term, just to slow things down a bit, but it's not working. Tage Morrell, she gets involved.
Defense.
Jones. Guarded by Morrell. Kicks it to Ellsworthy. Shot falls short. Good hands there by Ellsworthy. Now shot clock off. They get an opportunity to have the last shot. Cut down that deficit. Jones. Atwell secures it. After a back and forth opening term, it's Perth who have prevailed so far. 23 leading 19 at the moment from HBF Stadium. Do not go anywhere. 4 points the margin between these two teams at quarter time.
Lynx ball, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 5 spins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now good. Go through the cones. Drive it up. There we go. There we go. Nice, good. Slow down for your younger sister. Oh, she actually did. Got to get it inside. Lynx ball. Oh, got the layup. Allison, get set. You know what? You both got to get a prize. You both get side Lynx balls. Who are going to split sisters? Shake hands or something, sisters. Give them a round of applause.
Big thank you as well to the Ford Aussie Hoops Travelling Experience. Start your journey to future stardom by joining a Ford Aussie Hoops program near you.
All right, Alison, I'll give you one last chance to say something nice about your sister. She's cool. There we go. We'll take it. Very proud parents out there. Thank you, girls. You did a fantastic job. All right, 30 seconds, big second quarter. You were clapping your hands. You're being loud. Let's get the energy going again.
Welcome back to HBF Stadium, where it's the Perth Lynx leading Geelong United by 4 points at the end of the first term, 23 points to 19. Julian Montesano and Todd Morris with you in commentary. And Todd, it's been a great battle so far.
It certainly has been a great battle so far. It's been a quick game. Some really good free-flowing scoring from both teams. However, Geelong have really got to fix up their turnover department, as 9 points have come for the Perth Lynx on the back of turnovers. They've been able to do really well. Their defensive pressure has been brilliant.
The second quarter tipping off in the West. Second versus fifth. It's Geelong's first trip out here as a team. Morrell trying to step around. Be familiar with this venue as a former Joondalup player, the NBL 1. Now, of course, suiting up for Lakeside. Alex Sharp looking for her first points back in the WNBL, but Froling, she has no issue with points. She's been a scoring machine all season.
Yeah, it's tough to guard. It was a great defensive effort, but Frolic's always going to hit those.
Solid board by Morel and pops it back in.
That's 6 second chance points now, coming off offensive rebounds for the Lynx. They've been brilliant at that all season.
Really know how to put teams under pressure, and just like that, forced Geelong into another turnover. Means Ali Wilson can get going to Tage Morel, who's had a hot start to this game.
Yeah, great two-player game. Good roll to the basket. Great pass by Wilson. And some more points from turnovers. That's turnover number 6 for this United team. Now that's 7. Oh no, they hold on to it. It's still 6.
Yeah, you can tell they just have the right ideas, but just unable to execute. Of course, they've got a new player in the lineup there without Monique Conti, who we've mentioned is out tonight with injury, so she'll be assessed on a day-by-day basis, and she'll hope to get back for Geelong's next game. Alex Sharp can't quite get her game going. Of course, Geelong on a tough road trip at the moment. They've got a fair chunk of their games at home to start their season, but now they're on 4 road games, and Soa applies more pain. Hayley Jones gets on the move. This is the player you need standing up for Geelong, and she's done so. Maley now. Sharp hits the deck, back play.
The fouls against Gorman. See this here on the replay. Gorman going to the ball and then the incorrect position for the screen. It's Gorman's second personal.
Yeah, so she'll take a seat. It's been a really good addition to the lineup, Steph Gorman. Defensive Player of the Year in NBL 1 and the second season now with the Lynx. And again, they're off and running. Wilson is so far ahead of her, can't quite collect it.
Gorman's defensive ability has been brilliant, but something I've been impressed with is their ability to shoot the outside shot. From range, she's on fire this season.
Alex Sharp going to bring the ball down for Geelong, playing against some of her old teammates. Of course, you know, she's spent a large time of her career in Perth before she headed off to Spain. Back in the WNBL, Alex Sharp can't get on the scoreboard yet. Jump ball called.
I know Sharp's the ultimate professional, but coming into a team at this stage of the season and where she's at on their offensive end when Sharp's on the floor, it's probably going to be a couple of broken plays, a couple of different looks, but it'll be interesting to see how they manage that as she starts to learn her teammates of the offense.
Comes off for a rest and Hannah Hank into the lineup. Looking a bit taller out there on the floor at the moment. Work their inside game. Rolling was fouled.
Seeing more of this 2-3 zone at the moment from the Lynx as well. They're liking that shape at the moment, which is something that they haven't done a lot of this season. They normally go player on player, but in this example tonight, we've seen it a few times already.
All right, you know what to do.
Well, they're such a tall team. I mean, they can really impose some pressure on teams heading into the key. We know Geelong's a team that likes to sort of go inside a bit more than shoot threes, and Perth have scouted them really well. Rolling misses the second. Wilson up against Hannah Hank, steps back. Potter able to get going. 29 plays 23. Early stages of the second period here at HBF Stadium in Western Australia. First time the Lynx have hosted a game here. It's a fabulous venue. Great crowds turned out. See Jones there, a bit too aggressive on the posting up and driving. Wilson with pace. Still going, Ali Wilson. Beautiful move.
Just love watching Wilson and Maley connect. It's that 3-on-3 experience together. That was out of the 3-on-3 playbook, the give and go.
Absolutely. Both Olympians in their own right. Bailey and Wilson. Soa now wants to join the party. Just the 2 points so far for Mila Soa. Rolling from the baseline. Just the 4 points so far this quarter for Geelong. Can't let Perth escape. They need to hold them close. Rolling a nice shot there. Settler. Morel into Wilson. Take their time here. Beautiful bounce pass. Morel obliges. Finishes it off. Some of their offensive sets are just glorious.
Yeah, Morel running wild for her standards. On 8 points already in this one. There was another great feed from Wilson.
Yeah, double her season average already, Tage Morel, averaging 4 points per game. Just having a really good look at it.
Well, I thought she did enough on that occasion to get there planted with the feet, but it'll be United ball from the baseline.
Subs into the game as well for both teams. Rolling good on the offensive rebounds. Ellsworthy underneath the knee here. Had the right idea, but the footwork didn't quite follow. Choi Card from the sideline. Tony's going to bring the ball up. Of course, recently married. Big congratulations to Alex, our husband. Very exciting. Atwell pulls up for another three. She's looking good.
You can't give Amy Atwell that much space. She will make you pay every single time.
She's looking good, Amy Atwell. Wilson able to feed her there, and Jones came in a bit too late, and Atwell able to knock it down. Continue a bright start to the night as a timeout's called. Perth 36 playing Geelong 25. We're calling all sports teams say goodbye to travel headaches and hello to CTM Sport. CTM are 100% committed to delivering excellence in our field. Leave the logistics to the travel experts so your athletes can focus on what they do best. Learn more at ctmsport.com.au. It's been a really bright start to the quarter for Perth, and Geelong have got a bit of thinking to do. We mentioned that turnover rate was getting a bit high. What do they do here?
Yeah, they're certainly, well, they've got to start to do a little bit of work on the defensive end as well. We know Perth, they're a team that like to play it quick. They break their shot clock down into thirds. Basically, the first 8 seconds will determine the pace of their offense. They'll like to score on you within 8 seconds. If they can't do that, then they'll get into their offensive set, and they'll start to run things which they look really dangerous. So I feel Geelong really need to put a lot of pressure on the ball carrier, make them make mistakes early in that 8 seconds where they're starting to go frantic. If they can do that, if they can start to slow the scoring of the Lynx, I think they're in with a chance. I can't see a world where Geelong outscore the Lynx. So I think they've got to stop them defensively to try and win the game.
Someone they're going to stop is Amy Atwell. 10 points for the game. In 3 triples already. 1 before that timeout. See how Geelong respond here. Froling takes it all the way.
And I'm loving the work that they're getting it to Froling in dangerous areas around the top of the key. That's where she's dangerous. Around that elbow and in this position here, she can drive, she can shoot. She's the threat. And that's a great offensive set for them. Another good look for Froling.
Able to convert the 3-point play. The Geelong captain having a fine season. 6th in the league for rebounds. Keely Froling averaging just over 14 points a game. United will get the ball back.
It's number 3 for me here. She was made to sit early with 2 fouls early, and it'll be interesting to see. And Amia here is going to make her way to the bench. She'll be subbed out of this one with 3 personal fouls.
It's often the case for imports. Just getting used to the FIBA rules takes a bit of time, and FEMA officiating, I should say. The rules are obviously pretty similar, but the officiating takes a bit of time for imports, and as you mentioned, has been a bit of foul trouble in some of her games this season. Froling couldn't hand it towards a teammate. Atwell with the hot hand. 12 points for the game.
And that's another one of those in those first 8 seconds. They pushed it quickly. They had Atwell out in front. It was a foot race.
Jones confronted. Gets it off to Brett, who lights it up from 3-point range. The first points of the night this year, Brett. Morel has been fantastic in this opening half. So too Amy Atwell. Steps back on Jazz Shelley. Atwell, not this time. Rolling through the middle. So well orchestrating plays. Keely Froling. Hank finds herself open. That's a lovely look. Great response from Geelong out of the timeout. Cut down the lead and taken their shots when they've opened up. Very calm and composed. Choi card open again. Still falls short. Keeps it in and just a bit too far for Atwell. 12 connection didn't quite work on that occasion. She obviously played at University of Hawaii, college hoops together. Now both in Perth Lynx colours. So opportunity for Geelong here. Wilson off. Morel again on the boards. Travatoni up ahead. Bailey able to just keep it in the front court. Sowa now hesitates, drives, Sharp in the way. Jones gets to work on the opposite end. Defense. Bounces off Maley. Tony banks it in.
Yeah, good aggressive take. Another good finish early in the offensive set.
Oh my goodness, and Geelong, they're keeping themselves in this one. A real nice look, with a real nice couple of looks. 4 points between them. Sharp this time. Can they cut the lead even further here, United? A really good second half of this quarter. Jones now. Froling. Just goes over the top. Tony on the move, scoops it. Atwell, corner. Short. Maley. Morel couldn't bring it down. Defense. Haley Jones bringing it down. Happy to take their time and run a play here, United. Brett into Jones. Just short, falling away, good defense. Travatoni thought about it. Great strong hands. Atwell doing it all. 3-point line from under the rim. Just causing a bit of havoc tonight, Todd.
Yeah, she certainly is. Have a look at her body language here. Just at the end of this contest, she just looked a tad grumpy on that leg there. Just kind of limped into that huddle. That's something I think we've got to keep an eye on.
She's sat out a large portion of the start of the season with a bit of troubles with her knee. She played just the 4 games this season. Able to knock down both free throws. So a minute left in this opening half at HBF Stadium. closing out round 8 action of the Signet WNBL. Much at the top, it's been an action-packed round. It's really evened up things. We've seen Adelaide get on a bit of a roll. We've seen Bendigo drop 2 games in a row. We didn't think that would happen. It shows how even the competition is, and we know Bendigo will absolutely be back. And sharp spinning. Perth get the stop.
Turnovers now for United, and on the back of those 12 turnovers, they've given away 20 points to the Lynx. That's what's really costing them at the moment. They've got to start protecting the ball on the offensive end.
Yeah, apart from the errors, it's pretty even play. It's pretty back and forth. Both teams are having nice looks. Speaking of, Atwell, fell short that time. It seems she's been given a bit of a license to shoot. She's not hesitating at all.
Defense.
It's a natural game.
Defense.
Hank on the receiving end. Single digits left. Jones stepped out of bounds, crucial. Now Perth with a chance to end the opening half. Ryan Petrick wanting to run a play to end things here. 42, playing 36. 5 seconds left in the opening half at HBF Stadium, I should say. And Ford dealers are all about supporting the game here in Australia. Ford Aussie Hoops to the WNBL. We've been backing Aussie Hoops, Aussie sports, and communities for nearly 100 years. So when you're ready to hit the court, your local Ford dealer is here to help you get to the game. Perth looking to end the opening half on a high note. It's been a pretty good start for them. We anticipated they would come out with the hot hand, but Geelong have really kept with them, to their credit. Without those turnovers, they look pretty good.
Well, that is the tale of the tape at the moment. From the field, both teams are operating. Geelong at 41% and the Lynx at 42%. The big difference has been those points from turnovers. So if they're able to protect the ball a little better and turn those turnovers into scores, well, the game's probably really even at the moment. We talked a little bit about Amy Atwell being a threat and having a bit more of a license tonight. She's played the 13 minutes in this game. Last outing against Bendigo, she only played the 23. The time before that was 17, 18, and 17. We know she's on managed minutes, but it looks like tonight she's going to get a lot more. We might even see her get into that 28, 29 minute range.
Wilson pushing the pace, not much time left. Great work, Ali Wilson. She's hyped up and about. Why wouldn't she be?
We talked about it off the start. She's the metronome for this team. She determines the pace, and that's just that attack. Inside 8 seconds on their shot clock, they go hard at you, they make you work for it, then you get the foul against them, and not only she goes to the line for an extra with 1.1 on the clock, that's just heartbreak for United.
It's the one player they really didn't need it in the hands of. Perth were feeling good about their opening half, leading Geelong at HBF Stadium, hosting their first game at this arena of the season. They're hoping that they can bring the Christmas cheer to their fans at halftime. It's Perth 45 leading Geelong 36. Don't go anywhere, a big second half coming up.
Standing upstairs, centre upstairs, merchandise upstairs.
Jackson blows the roof off. Wow, it's LJ the GOAT. There's Jackson again.
Well, that's something that they're going to have to take care of business.
Through every heartache, through every cheer, we won't give up till the final buzzer. We've never been more ready.
Need the composure. Jackson blows the roof off. Wow, it's LJ the GOAT. There's Jackson again.
Well, that's something that they're going to have to take care of business.
Through every heartache, through every cheer, we won't give up till the final buzzer. We've never been more ready.
Get closer to the game with the free WNBL app.
Clark with the and one.
Check out the fixture and grab your tickets.
What a finish to the third quarter.
Catch game highlights. Stay connected to your favourite player or team. And follow live game stats. Anytime, anywhere.
Cole, cracks 2 more.
The WNBL app is where it's at. Download now.
Celebrating 50 years of sneakers?
For a delicious dinner that disappears and lets you squeeze in one more episode before bed. Pick up Latina Fresh, Australia's favourite pasta and sauce. Latina, we got the weeknight.
Ford dealers have backed sport in communities for nearly 100 years. And now, from the Boomers and Opals to Aussie Hoops, your local Ford dealer is proud to support basketball. Because all dreams start somewhere.
Welcome back to HBF Stadium in Perth, WA. It is the Lynx leading by 9 points at halftime over Geelong United. We're taking a look at some of the best moments from the opening half. And Todd Morris, we expected the Perth Lynx to come out firing, but Geelong have done a good job of keeping with them. It's a really good contest to start off so far.
Yeah, it is a good contest at the moment. Both teams are doing a great job. If Geelong, they just need a bit more ball protection. That's what's costing them at the moment. But also, it's been the Amy Atwell show, which has been great to watch. Her with 14 points as well. But the Lynx are really doing it via committee in this game. They have a huge amount of bench points in this one, 26 bench points in total, which has been great for them.
You know, the offensive prowess is always on show, but we spoke about it a bit during the game. Their defense has been just as good, and it often goes unnoticed just how high-level defense they play, and it's really causing Geelong troubles tonight.
It really is causing them trouble. They have a high turnover count of 13, and on the back of those 13 turnovers, they've given away 23 points. So that's just your pure example of what you're talking about. Defense turning into good offense.
Absolutely. Coach Ryan Patrick will be thrilled with his team start. And also with Amy Atwell's start, we mentioned that she's been one of the barometers of the Perth Lynx team for a long time. She's only suited up for the 4 games this season, but has got more minutes in her legs tonight, and she's looking really comfortable out there.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Ryan Patrick does here. Obviously, she's got some sort of rhythm happening tonight, whether they stick to those managed minutes or whether they let her play out this second half. So we'll have to keep an eye on the number 25.
You can see she's leading all comers in the points category with 14. Keely Froling, not surprised to see her up leading the way for Geelong with 11 points. Maylee, again, not surprised to see her in the rebound count with 9. And Wilson with the 5 dimes as well. That's gone a bit unnoticed. She's been really sort of getting her teammates into the game, and she's got the 9 points and 4 rebounds herself.
Yeah, certainly, and I'm really enjoying Keely Froling's game. You always do. She's one of those players where you probably can't stop her. You only hope to contain her. Tonight with the 11 and Jones with the 8 as well. Perth Lynx are showing a lot of that zone protection too, so it's great that they're getting it into Froling with some paint touches and then building their offense for there. She's so prolific around that charity stripe range and can do so much damage from there, and they'll continue to feed her. They'll continue to do a good job there.
Well, we're super excited to bring you this second half, but before we do, let's take a look at the top 5 plays of the round.
Shelley, no one cutting towards the rack. Then Keely Froling appeared from nowhere. Good patience from Jazz Shelley.
Beautiful pass.
Munga went up with it and one. Yes, points are good. She'll go to the line for the extra.
Aggressive take by Nicole Bunga there.
Only seconds left in this first quarter. The bongie from half.
Oh!
And it's in. Does it count? Yes, it does. The half-court buzzer beater from the bongie.
That's the shot they make. I love it.
7 to work with. In by Crowley.
Got to get a shot up.
Hand off. Conti lets it fly. Buries it. Geelong at the buzzer and Conti for the win. Wow. They've done it at the State Basketball Centre. What a moment.
Your ball, look at the screen. And home with your stand, maybe you think you know it's Alright, we're going to have a bit of fun. We're going to do a ray gun camera. So if the camera comes to you, we got the beats. I don't know, you interpret what I'm thinking. Something like that. We got the ray gun, dance cam. Let's go to the crowd. Get off me, let's find someone in the crowd. Here we go. We'll do the ray gun. Alright, here we go. Yes! Oh, the ray gun pop! That's what we're talking about. Yeah, what do you got? What do you got? Ray gun? There we go. I'd pull my back if I did that. There we go. I want to see some parent ray gun. You keep going. Ray gun, ray gun. There we go. You just jump it. There we go. Yeah, you got it. All right. Oh, Dad. Dad's ray gun after a few proffies. Oh, that guy is amazing. Well done to that guy. Oh, what do you guys got? Where's your ray gun? Here we go. Good. Oh, give them a round of applause for our ray gun dancers.
A collision on the sports field can be the equivalent of a 60-kilometre-an-hour crash. Australia can travel as fast as 30 kilometres an hour, more than enough to knock out teeth. Things you don't want to worry
Welcome back to HBF Stadium, where it's Perth Lynx leading Geelong United 45-36, and no surprise to see Annalie Mailey continuing her dominant form to start the season. She's got herself 4 points and 9 rebounds to start this game, or sorry, 7 rebounds on the stat sheet there, 1 assist as well. She's a great leader for this Perth Lynx team, Todd, and she's helping them towards a healthy halftime lead so far.
Yeah, she certainly is, and it is a healthy lead indeed. They'll want to continue to push that and continue to get it going in their favour.
course, you may notice today that the players from both teams have a purple band around the top of their singlet. This band is a powerful symbol of support for survivors of domestic violence. This season, the WNBL clubs, athletes and the Players Association have united to raise awareness around this critical issue. Enough is enough. A life free from violence is possible, and when everyone plays a role, real change happens. Learn how you can be part of the solution by visiting Full Stop Australia. See the QR code on the screen and the number as well. So, really important initiative from the league, players, the clubs. Purple band there, shining bright. Both teams' tops. As the second half tips off, at a really vibrant HBF Stadium, the crowd getting behind their Perth Lynx team, hoping that Christmas can come early for them. Third quarter of this Christmas Eve clash, 9 points the difference between these two teams. Oh, a big rejection there from Jones to set the tone here for United. Can they mount a comeback? Curls it to Shelley. Morel too strong. She's had a big role to play in the absence of Amihia for most of the night. She's been in foul trouble and sat. Gorman also experienced a bit of foul trouble, but back on, looking good.
Yeah, looking good indeed, and more of that high pace, high octane attack from the Lynx.
So you can see on court, Shelley Brett, Hank Jones and Froling, I should say. Speaking of Froling, first points for the quarter for her.
Just clutch from that range. That's always going in.
Lynx have Soa, Gorman, Morel, Wilson and Maley, so a really dominant five on the floor for them. Looking to apply even more pressure on the away team. Make their first trip out west a bit difficult. A great steal there. Hank wanted it. Got it from Jones, spun around, wouldn't bank it in. Very nice rebound and eventually gets it to go. So 7 points the margin now. Oh, Wilson, clever pass to Morel. Soa now. Getting to work on Shelley, steps back, Soa, very nice.
Really been impressed with her scoring this season. It's gone from strength to strength with each game. Confidence is just rising.
Shelley now. Yet to score points this game. Steps back for a long triple. Just falls short. Froling has an attempt. Wilson there to collect it. Soa steps in. She's looking good to start this second half. Mila Soa.
That was brilliant movement to create the open jumper.
Froling had the right idea. Couldn't quite get the put back. Should be disappointed with that. Gorman, a bit of an awkward pass there to no one in particular, but they do have another attempt here from the sideline, the Lynx. 51 plays 40. Clint Choikard entering the game for Perth. 2 points Mackenzie Clint Choikard so far this game. Gorman wheeling and dealing. Soa. Her hands on the ball a lot. In the second half, Clint Choikard.
0.1 on the shot clock left too. Didn't have much option just to shoot it. Down the bottom of the cup.
And gets a rejection on the other end. Clint Choikard feeling it. Jones still battling with it. Gets back up to Shelley. Mackenzie Clint Choikard proving pivotal on both ends of the floor for Perth. Gave Jones nowhere to go. United do here from the baseline. Jones left wide open. Can't make them pay. What happened there for Perth to break down like that? Soa. Not that time. Pivotal period here for Geelong. 54 plays 40. Brett connects.
Well, they needed that one. It was the biggest lead of the game, sitting at 14. That brings it back to 11. They've got to work hard on this defensive end and stop the Lynx.
Two number 5s going at it. It leaves Clint Choikard free. Back up the top to Wilson. Shot clock ticking down again. What can they do this time? Clint Choikard in the right hands. Fouled on the way in.
Well, they were let off the hook on that one. Good defensive set from United, forcing the Lynx really deep into the shot clock. They were just unlucky there, giving away the foul. But that's much better signs on the defensive end. If they can continue to do that, the game may fall into their favour, but they've got to do a lot of scoring to bring it back.
So many different players for the Lynx throughout this game have had their moments. We saw Morel come into the game and have a real big impact. We've spoken about Atwell's presence all night. The Choikard comes in, has an impact. Soa driving hard. She's had a really positive start to this third period as well.
That would be really frustrating for Chris Lucas. That was a regulation rebound off the charity stripe, and then Maley just come across, was the only one working hard to get the board, and then Soa now goes to the line. So real frustrating stuff for Chris Lucas, and the task only gets harder with Amy Atwell now subbing into the game.
Yeah, pretty difficult. Soa at the line. 5th in the league for average points per game, 16.7. So we spoke about the contention, the players in contention for the Betty Watson Breakout Player of the Year. She'd definitely be one.
Yeah, good shout that, Julia. I rate that call indeed. She's definitely a breakout season for her. In career best form.
Heads to the bench for a well-deserved spell. Shelley to Jones. Again, gets swatted away. Froling unable to do it all, unfortunately. See Perth really paying attention to Keely Froling. Looking good from long range, but that one just fell short. And that's what we've been talking about all night, the turnover count, 14-8, as you can see on your screen there. Plays 43. Just about to hit the halfway mark of the third period as Hayley Jones takes a seat. 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists for her so far tonight. Pass just gets away from Maley. Wilson with so much energy on the floor. Can Shelley take advantage? Sharp back on the floor for Geelong. She get on the score sheet. Potter, Brett, nails it! Alyssa Brett, from long range, keeping Geelong in it.
Yeah, Brett's been a good threat from the outside. That's now 4 from 6 from the land of plenty.
Having a super season, Alyssa Brett, and doing so well to keep her team in it tonight. But that hurts. Annalie Maley shooting the lights out from downtown as well. Just the hands there. Confronting Alex Sharp. She's working hard, Annalie Maley, and saw a great look from her from the corner. See Amihia coming back onto the floor, so Ryan Petrick's chosen to pull the trigger now. Sitting on the 3 fouls for the game. Senses a potential foot on the throat moment, perhaps. Tony dumps it back into Amihia. Can't get the put back. Been a difficult night for the Canadian national. She's able to get herself in here. Can she complete the shot? Ellsworthy, brilliant defense, the charge call. Never gave up on it.
Well, that makes it really tough for me here now because that's foul number 4. He's only managed to clock up just under 7 minutes, 6 minutes 53. And then you feel will be subbed out of this one as Amir makes her way to the bench with 4 personal fouls.
Yeah.
Love to see her go in transition, but unfortunately, offensive foul was the call.
It's shaping up to be a disappointing night for her, but you know, with disappointment presents opportunity. And we've seen Tage Morell get subbed straight back in, and she's really made the most of her minutes tonight. And again, Froling. Just hitting every shot she takes, it feels like at the moment. 48 plays 60. Morell with those overarching arms. Gets her eye in.
Well, that's points number 10 now from the bench. Second top scorer for the Lynx and doing it really well.
Yeah, Ryan Petrick will be stoked with that. He'd probably be a bit worried seeing Amir here and the foul trouble she's in, but what a great chance for Tage Morell to show her colours as Brett continues to work hard.
And Morell's done it really well against Froling and Hank as well. You know, great couple of, and against Jones. Some really good defenders there, so.
Has the height advantage. Atwell. You just hold your breath every time she launches. 3-point range. You feel something special is going to happen. Sharp and Potter sharing it around. Ellsworthy now driving hard. Can't bank it home. Wilson gets on the move. No one up ahead of her. Atwell now. Oh, beautiful action, but pass just went a bit too far from Morell. It's happened a few times with Wilson tonight. She's just plays with so much energy and ferocity, and sometimes her passes just go a bit too over the top, but she's had a brilliant season. She is thriving in these new colours. Atwell just lost it. Uncharacteristic from her.
Especially on a catch and shoot. That's her bread and butter.
She was thinking about it, but she was thinking about it going in before she actually received the ball by the looks. Oh, well, a chance here for Geelong to capitalise perhaps. Jones now. Sharp. Potter. Alex Sharp gets the rebound, just falls short. A few chances gone begging there for Geelong. Can Chabatoni make them pay? Maley over the back. It nearly worked out for Ellsworthy. Perth ball. For a quick and easy weeknight dinner that the whole family will enjoy, pick up a family pack of Latina Fresh pasta and sauce. Ready in minutes and so delicious there won't be any complaints at the dinner table. Find Latina Fresh in a chilled pasta aisle near you. Trapattoni! Nice look under the basket. Extends her team's lead to 14 on the verge of three-quarter time. Just over a minute left in this third period. Potter from the corner. Can she ignite a spark? She can. Just need to get some stops here. Geelong. Perth. Too clever, so I couldn't finish it off. Great pressure there on the baseline.
Yeah, unbelievable stuff. They missed the easy one underneath the hoop, but then forced the turnover with tough defensive pressure, just pressing up.
Great shot there by Potter on the other end. 5 points for Gemma Potter tonight. Atwell, double teamed, found Morrell in open space. That one trickles in as well.
Another great execution of the pick and roll from Morrell. She's been doing brilliant, setting great picks, good rolls to the basket, and her teammates have rewarded her for her effort. It's been a great game from her with 12 points.
Jones. Got some friends to come with her. Ellsworthy by herself. Not quite. Jones driving. Time just runs out for her. Perth still leading this one. On their way to an early Christmas present. Or can Geelong enact a bit of Grinch behaviour perhaps and take this one away from them? Delicately poised at 3/4 time. It's been a great game so far. And with 1 quarter to go, it's Perth 66 leading Geelong 53.
Here we go, Alexander, your cars, how you feeling about this?
A bit nervous, but get the job done.
Yeah, just get the job down. How you feeling?
Well, I already can't drive very well, so I'm feeling great.
Okay, all right, we'll see how we go. Cars down, that's your lane. This is your lane. You got to go all the way to the end. Hit it at the very end and then come back. Right, here we go. Counting down. Not yet, not yet. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. You got to go that lane. Go that lane. Go, 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 go. Here we go. Stay in your lane. No, go through that. You got to go through him. No, back, 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 back. Blue cut, come on. You got to go through there. You just come on, get through one of them. Come on. This one, this one. We got 30 seconds. Get it through. Keep going. Keep going. Floor it, floor it. All right, just get it through this one. Oh, just turn around. First one back. Go the other way. Go. First one back. Go, go. All right, here we go. Why are you going backwards? What are you doing? You're about to get on the field. The blue car wins by default. Give it a run. Where you going?
A big welcome back to HBF Stadium, where it's the Perth Lynx leading Geelong United by 13 points in this Christmas Eve clash to round out round 8 of the Signet WNBL. Julia Montesano and Todd Morris with you. And Todd, Perth have played a really mature game tonight, looking to close the gap even further between first and second. Geelong have it all to do in the fourth.
Yeah, they certainly do. Mature is a good way to describe it. They've been able to get to the basket well, get through their offenses, and they've been able to put on a lot of defensive pressure, just like we see there, which is forcing turnovers, and they've been able to score from it.
So fourth quarter tipping off HBF Stadium, Perth's first game at this arena. And Maley heading to the line for a couple of free throws at the charity stripe.
We see this again, it's just such their strength. The Lynx, they're able to go quickly from a good defensive play, and then Maley drawing the foul. They put defenses under pressure, force them to panic, and they'll foul, and Maley goes to the line for a couple.
No surprises here, and double-digit rebounds, 12 for the night, to go with their 7 points. On her way to a double-double once again, Annalie Maley. Knocks down the second.
Defense.
So Geelong needs some stops and needs some buckets. Very simple equation. It's just the way they go about it. Do they go inside? Do they go outside? Who do they use? What do they do? Sharp trying her best there. Pulling up for the shot. Jones collects the rebound. And bakes it in. Good persistence there. That's what they need. So now. Really strong drive, draws the foul. There's not much you can do when you're a defender there.
Yeah, it's their aggressive looks from the Lynx. They go at the basket and they go at the basket hard. And we see that one there. So I was just making her way, getting good position, drawing the foul.
So continuing her 5th season, her 9th point of the night. Goes at 90% on the stripe this season. Very healthy clip. Continues her good form there as well. 70 plays 55. Last period of this game at HBF Stadium. Awesome venue. Hoops in the West as Jones looks to apply the pressure.
Yeah, great work from Jones, scoring in the paint twice the last 2 times down the floor. She now has 12 for the game.
He said she's going to be the one for Geelong. We've seen Froling step up time and time again, but this X factor to help out Keeley. It's going to have to be Hayley Jones, he sensed, to bring her team back into this one and claim the upset. Jones again rolling to the basket. This time it falls short. Jones with the 10 points, 6 rebounds for the game. Over the shoulder pass doesn't quite work for Wilson that time. Sharp getting to work on Maley, just loses the handle. It's been a tough start for Alex Sharp.
That's 18 turnovers now for United, but we see that turnover there. That just came from good ball pressure. The Lynx were able to put so much pressure on the ball that Geelong just lost shape, and they were all alone. It was a bad look, and it just results into a turnover.
Interestingly, Ami here back on the floor on the 4 fouls. Ryan Petrick senses the time is now to try and get her into the game and give Morell a well-deserved rest as well. Tage with the 12 points and 5 rebounds.
And I think you've got to do it just for her sake anyway. Only playing the 7 minutes of me here, such an important key to this game. You want her to get a rhythm going into the next game. So even if that foul happens early, I don't think it's a big loss, especially with this sort of lead.
Getting aggressive there, Shelley forces the jump ball.
The only challenge of me he's going to have is coming into this game cold. I saw her at the half, was actually out there alone getting some shots up after spending so much time on the bench. So it's going to take her a little bit of time to warm into this one, having only the 7 minutes up to this point. But she's a professional. She'll work it out well.
She's having a lot of fun standing alongside Hayley Jones. Of course, very familiar in the WNBA as Wilson knocks it down.
Timeout called 73-57.
73-57. Ali Wilson lighting it up from long range, getting the Christmas party started early.
You just see as they made their way into the timeout, it's smiles all around for the Lynx. Not only are they playing great basketball, they're so connected as a team, and they're just doing it with a bit of fun. I'm really enjoying their season.
Foot Locker is celebrating 50 years of sneakers. Celebrate 50 years and the current hoops season by grabbing the latest kicks and apparel at your nearest Foot Locker, the official major partner of the WNBL. Work's been fine tonight from the Lynx. They've continued their excellent start to the season. They're hoping to close out the game with a big win, close that gap to the Spirit in first place, who of course they defeated on Thursday night, so they'll be hoping to back up that win as well.
Yeah, certainly, and they're just continuing to get things rolling. They look dangerous. And I reckon that win against the Spirit was a real psychological one for them. It shows that they can do it. They've played them a couple of times already this season, but that one gave them the confidence that they can go all the way this season.
They've got three road games coming up in their next 4. They're up against the Caps on Sunday, and they host Adelaide, and then they're at Geelong, and then at Bendigo. So really interesting sequence of games coming up for the Lynx. The Spirit get revenge on their home court as Jones knocks down a 2.
Yeah, beautiful move by Jones. That's 6 points now in the last quarter of this one.
Certainly heating up. Wilson, one of the 2 triples in a row, but did didn't quite work out of the timeout. Jones now. Taylor Moore on the floor for some minutes late in the game. See her making the trip out west. These are the sort of games you learn from as a young team. I think Geelong have had a fair stretch of games at home to start their season, which has obviously been fantastic, but we're going to build a lot of connection and cohesion in these sort of games as Froling knocks one down under the rim. Here left on her own and able to scoop it in.
Right, Julia, not only they're a young team, they're the youngest club in the competition. There's no foundation. They started from zero, so they've done a great job at it so far, and they just continue to work hard.
You could see the connection building. I think I saw a video from Hannah Hank, I think it was, a nice little vlog, a little airport lounge on the Geelong United Instagram, just showing that's where the connection starts to build for these teams. As Amihia is feeling it late in this game.
That's what you love most about Letitia Amihia is her athleticism. Look at that crossover. Unbelievable. Had Froling in all sorts and then was able to drive to the basket, drawing the foul. Letitia Amihia is someone that is worth the price of admission. You come from all parts to see her play.
And she's kept at it. I mean, it could have been an easily different night for her. She could have sulked it up on the bench and think, why me? I've got all these fouls. But she has taken advantage of the minutes she's had on the floor. She's fought her way back into this contest and she's sticking it out there. Hoping to guide her team to a win. Maylee Strong takes a tumble. Crowd showing their appreciation for her hustle.
I'll tell you what though, I am loving Amihia's WNBA teammate in Jones, who's going hard at the hoop as well, doing it on the other end. Atlanta Dream, so much Atlanta Dream connection here in the WNBL as well, which we're loving.
Absolutely, we know Paul Goris spent a bit of time there as well, of course the Canberra Capitals coach. Jones and Amihia on the floor tonight, representing the Dream. Ellie Bailey's had another solid night. 13 rebounds, 10 points, double-double. Always shows up for her team. Gets both free throws to go. Opens up a really handy buffer for her team. 80 plays 61. Brett, she's had a great night from long range. That one just rattles out this time. Here is Amihia going up against Jones. This is blockbuster hoops. Just falls short. Great vibes in the house. Trying to wheel their Perth Lynx team to another win. Sitting nicely in second place with 8 wins for the season. Looking for their third straight victory. You can see a few Santa hats in the crowd. Hoping they can get an early Christmas present. Christmas Eve. Festivus, if you're from that nature and you like to celebrate the day as Festivus. Maylee joins the party. Raining threes for the Lynx. Only Maylee can do it all. Gets the pass from Trapattoni and then knocks it down. Pays the respect. Gets the high fives, and it's all smiles on the Perth Lynx bench as they take a timeout. 83 plays 61, Todd.
And again, that was on the back of more of that fast offense. The defense collapsed. They went basket side, and Maylee was just hanging out there on the three-point line. Received the pass, and easy as you like, put that one through. Brilliant basket.
They've only gone 6 from 27 from long range, Perth, but you feel like it's been a really solid night from them in that department. On the contrary, Geelong 4 from 6, so they're shooting at a much better clip. They've taken the looks that they've had. But Perth just spoken about how deep their roster is and how experienced they are and how well they play these situations and these moments. And they're continuing to do it tonight to close out round 8 and get ready for a big slate of games coming up.
Yeah, certainly. A couple of key statistics that are sticking out at the moment is obviously those points from turnovers. Geelong unable to protect the ball. They've had 19 turnovers, but they've given away 33 points, which has been the real killer for them. I think that's been the difference in the game. In addition to that as well, Perth have a committee of scorers. They've now 5 players in double digits, which has been huge, and a lot of bench points as well. 36 points coming off the bench, with Atwell and Morale doing really well.
Crowd getting right around the feet in the stadium. What a great venue this has turned out to be at HBF Stadium. Of course, we saw it used a bit for Hoops Fest, the pre-season tournament. Atwell certainly liking the look of it here. She's having a great night.
Yeah, 16 points for Atwell. 20 and a half minutes too, so it'll be interesting to see how much of these last 4 minutes she plays.
This is a big scoring run here from the Lynx.
The last outing, that is 23 minutes and the 20 points in that one, so just on that rehabilitation phase, I think we'll see something similar around that 23, 24 minutes.
So the big names starting to come off, as you alluded to, Todd. So Ali Wilson, Annalie Maley both taking a seat. And me here all on her own. Extends the Lynx run to 14-0.
Just great awareness, great roll to the basket, great find.
Geelong have to remain strong here. Get a couple of looks in. Four minutes left in the game. Some young blood out there on the floor for the Lynx. Yara Waite getting her first minutes of the night. Brett from the elbow, that's a nice look. Good settler. It was a big run for the Lynx. Looking to close this game out with a vengeance. Hank cuts off the pass. Good awareness. Anna Hank gets the pass chopped off. Amir takes it back. See the steals. These teams both actually ranking first and second in the league for steals. Geelong first and Perth second. Perth winning the battle tonight. Saw particularly early the active hands causing a lot of disruption to Geelong's offense. Potter remains strong. Got the 2.
Straight after the game, the girls are doing selfies and signings. Blocks 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 5.
Travatoni.
Clap your hands, come on.
Me here. Atwell still out there. Happy to see her continuing to take some looks. Brett able to collect the boards. It gets cut off. Gorman read it better. And again, Ryan Petrick looking to his bench. Steph Gorman's night is done.
After the game on the southern side, blocks 1, 2, 3 to 1, 2, 5. Nice and loud, here we go. Defense.
Again, more young blood into the game. Alira Fortu, Perth Lynx out there. Hank can't bank it in. Always great for the local products to get some minutes. Me here up against 2, didn't matter. Having a great final term, Letitia Mejia. 89 plays 65. Hank left on her own and able to convert. Geelong doesn't get easier for them. They travel to Townsville on Sunday. Raber can finish this one off. see much of Danny Raber tonight. She's getting her eye in late, which has been good to see. They'll take confidence in these little plays. Geelong not giving up. Rolling back out there to settle it towards the end. See a 20-point margin has opened up now for the Lynx. 4-2. Scored the 1 point in WNBL career. She'd love to get a field goal. So too and wait. A lovely finish for her. And the home crowd get up and about for the Willetton Junior. Picked in the the WA under 20 side. I'm sure she'd love to be in the WNBA as well, but great feeling for her to inject herself in the game.
Selfies and signings, handing out the game blocks 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 5.
Perth Lynx in the 90s.
Of the arena after the game, selfies and signings blocks 1, 2, 3 to 1, 2, 5.
Continuing their high scoring dominance in this league.
Let your hands go on.
Second for points per game, averaging 85. Fortu has a look. Can't make it rain. Fortu also plays a bit of Aussie rules in the waffle. One of the many dual sport athletes across the nation.
Yeah, touted as a really good footballer too in the waffle for South Fremantle.
Oh, wait, open again. That's 4 points.
Alrighty, everybody.
She'd be thrilled. Under a minute left. Perth looking at a nice big win to welcome Christmas early. Great block there. They're continuing to light it up. Although Ellsworthy gets it back, feeds Raber. It just rattles out, unbelievably. Scafidi, a great rebound under the rim. Great to see her getting some minutes as well. So Lynx will hold it. Shabatoni looking to get the last shot going and put the cherry on top of a great night for the team in red. Atwell finishes it off. Christmas has come early for the Lynx. Winners, big winners at HBF Stadium against Geelong United. 3 wins in a row for the Lynx. High fives all around. And at full time, it's Perth 93 getting the job done over Geelong 71. 96-71, my apologies. So another great win by the Perth Lynx. That's 3 in a row for them. They're closing the gap to first on the table, sitting pretty in second, and they get to open a few early Christmas presents, Todd.
Yeah, they certainly do. They were gifted this one. They were able to score and score at will. That last quarter too was their highest score of 30 points in that last quarter. Geelong, they were just under pressure from the get-go. It's very hard to beat this Perth Lynx team in a shootout. They gave away over 20 points in each quarter, which was tough going for them. They scored a good clip of their own 71, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, the final margin in the end being 25, and we spoke about all night the points from turnover really hurting them, and it just proved all too difficult, and there was just something they couldn't come back from. But Perth, just so impressive, not only with their roster depth, their defense turning into offense. They just fired on all cylinders tonight and knew when to pull the trigger and when to lay off a bit. Really mature performance and a great early Christmas present for them as they head over to the AOS Arena to play the Caps on Sunday.
Yeah, which will be great for them as well. A real confidence booster, winning against the Spirit. And you can see how they came out tonight. They just came out and they just said, you know what, we're probably the best team in the competition, and they played like it tonight. They were just unbelievable. And then now go on to take on the Caps, who they've beaten prolifically earlier this season, only games ago. So they were just running on top of the ground at the moment. They are the team to stop.
I mentioned a host of players in double figures for the Lynx. Atwell with 19 in the end. Maley had the 14, Amihia with 13, Wilson 12, Morell 12 as well, and Soa with the 10. And then crossing over Geelong United, they could take a lot of positive signs from Alyssa Brett's performance. 16 points, 4 triples. Keely Froling, amazing as usual, 17 points and 6 rebounds. Hayley Jones is 16 points and 7 rebounds. And then Gemma Potter as well into the double figures with the 10 points and 5 rebounds. So confirmation there of the top scorers and the players stuffing the stat sheet throughout the night, and no surprise to see some of those names there, Todd.
Oh, Maley, of course, fantastic. 14 and 14, the double-double. The only player in the game to get the double-double. It's amazing effort from her. She's averaging a double-double all season. She's just an incredible athlete. I thought Amir did well for the time that she was on the floor. Only had limited minutes tonight due to getting into foul trouble early. Managed the 13 points and the 7 rebounds in 13 minutes. That's unbelievable.
Absolutely, and we sung Amy Atwell's praises throughout the night, and you could see her full-time stats show a real dominant picture. 19 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, the 2 turnovers as well, but we don't talk about that. She had a shot at a good clip from the night as well, 46% from the field, and the 4 triples, which of course we love to see her land those.
Well, 25 minutes tonight. That's the most minutes she's played all season. Managing the 4 games prior to this. This is her 5th game, so you know what? The Caps, look out. I think Amy Atwell might find her way into the starting lineup based on how many minutes she's playing in this. If she doesn't, it might be a 25-plus minute game in the next one, and she might put up some more points. She is just starting to really get that rhythm.
Well, we've spoken about the next up games for the Perth Lynx and, of course, Geelong. So Geelong up against Townsville, and then the Lynx up against the Capitals. But another great slate of games in round 9. Adelaide hosting the Spirit. Sydney also hosting Southside. And Townsville, they've got the home double. They host the Spirit. That's probably the clash of the round for me. Really exciting New Year's Eve spectacle there.
Yeah, that should be a great game, but they've got to get through Adelaide first, who are on a little bit of a momentum burst of their own. Ninna's taking over. They've done well. They won for Maddie Clark as well. The Adelaide Lightning, well, they're on fire at the moment, so the Spirit have got a tough draw. Got to go to Adelaide and then Townsville. This should be an interesting round for them.
Absolutely. It's a really exciting slate of games coming up in round 9 as we farewell round 8. And we see the players on the court. Great tradition at the end of the game. Signings, photos, selfies, you name it. But of course, Christmas is approaching. So on behalf of the commentators, our production team, everyone in the Signet WNBL, we hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a safe and happy festive season. We'll see you for the return.
Ellis driving baseline. What a dive!
Wickham, how sweet was that? Step back three,
Wow.
Taylor George. She's got a flamethrower at the moment.
Shelley with a big triple.
It was acrobatic, it was impressive, it was Steph Talbot.
Jade Melwin, the lefty lay-in. Capitals continue to roll. Perth have been unconscious from 3. Alice Koenig connects.
She's pumped up and so she should be.